Warning, did the Bulls just win? Because it looks like the lines want to go up. That's right. After 6 green days in a row, the Bulls are winning. They now have their best winning streak going back to 2022. So W, right? W for a win, W for what? Looks like lines want to go up. Those Bears are so stupid, and that's right. RIP Bears, Bear Mace to the face. You guys are over and out. Why? Because it's time to buy again. I knew it all along. We were going to go up. Or what? A big old W. So if you're still watching, yes, I'm pointing out a W here. And I want to leave you with a comment at the end of the video if you can manage to watch all the way until then. If not, hey, look, we stopped going down. The gap's been filled. What do we have? Do you know what that pattern is right there? If not, watch until the end because salmons get to this at the end of the stream. That's right. Best run going back to 2022. I knew it all along. Excellent, because right now charts are going up. And, right, you're probably thinking to yourself, man, I should have bought yesterday, should have bought before, because 5 days ago, like stocks are higher, 2.5%. Man, I wish I had those gains. Why? Because we did it, guys. The lines are going up. That's right, they're going up, and I did that. So very, very curious, right? Yes, he did that. He looked up straight into the sun. Why? Because he's the golden child. And it's now happy birthday to the Bulls. So we got the GOAT for basketball. That's going to be Jordan. Sorry to the LeBron James fans, but that's what I think. So Drat, I'm going to buy again. At least it's cheaper than last time anyhow. So instead, maybe we want to listen to the actual GOAT. I think he's 98 years old, something like that. 96, 98, whatever he is. He's smart. Let's go right down to here. Invest in what you know. You should invest in what you understand. If you can't explain it simply, maybe what you want to do is to expand your circle of competence. What's that keyword there? Competence. If you can. If you can't, hey, that's perfectly fine too. I want to be competent man, not confidence man. Because, right, phew, thank God we just cooled off before the next big rally, which is just around the corner. That's right. Yeah, green, greener. Oh, wait. We were red a month ago? Oh, we were red a month ago, 559. Okay, so we're clawing back. Yes. If you're zooming into short time frames, yeah, it looks like all we do was go up. But look, in the last month, red. Year to date, redder. Okay, so we're clawing back. Yes. And this is a great reminder to myself too, because we have to be formless, shapeless, like water. Water can crash, it can flow. Lines can go up, lines can go down. Be water, my friend. So this is where, yes, I gave a caution ahead. And now I might have to do the same thing tomorrow if it holds, going into the first 100 days for Trump. Why? Because this right here is a failed breakout. We had 3 of them in a row, right? 1, 2, 3, and then the trend change. Well, why does that matter? Well, yes, stupid salmons are going to get to the top of the death cross. That's what this is. It's death. So what happens when the salmon gets above here? Hey, we're going to find out. Some charts are actually making it above. Look at Microsoft. Hit the 50, back off. To what? Oh my God, it went back down. Yes. Came back up and reclaimed it. All right. XLI, industrials, right on the 50. I was looking at these like a hawk into the close. RSPT, getting closer here. QQQ, even closer, right? Triple Q. Pretty close here. Is it going to be close or no cigar? And this really matters because looking here to the monthly chart, as I just talked about right now, this failed breakdown again, it could be a topping pattern for a trend change. So we had 3 times failed breakouts. What do we have as of this moment? Is it going to hold? Hey, as of right now, it's holding. So who am I to argue with the chart? All we have to do is close above 547. And that would be the opposite of this one here. It would actually be a green one. I can copy it. I can put it in here. Be a great reminder to myself too. Let's go here. Let's make it green. And let's make the inside green. So that's a failed breakdown. So 3 failed breakouts, 1 failed breakdown. Wait, let me see. 3 is bigger than 1. That's right. 3 is bigger than 1. But the most recent one is what matters here. So there's earnings coming out right now. And honestly, tomorrow's the really big day. That's why we're focusing on this. I'm going to ask you for a favor one time during the video. If you could please consider smashing the thumbs up or subscribing to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. So what I'm basically telling you is that, yes, we want to be shapeless. We want to be formless. Sometimes it's easy to say we're going to do what we planned. That's half the job. You got to plan the work and then work the plan. So had a plan going into January 1st. And then I said, hey, I got to give an update. I might be wrong. Pattern says to watch for lower lows. Bears notch one in January, below 582, and it gets dicey. Good luck. So that's basically what I'm saying now. Why? Sometimes it is wise to invest in cash. I understand cash. Cash is good. Cash is nice. Cash does not have any liabilities. And when the lines are going straight up, that's exactly what I want to do. All right. So you talked about the 6 green days in a row. Yes. And actually, the bulls do have another higher low and another higher high. Forgot to show this. So let's go through it right now. Trying to get today's video out fairly fast. Here's the plan. So now we have actually 6 higher lows and higher highs. So that's the best run since 2022. What happened in 2022? Oh, are we at the beginning of 2022 or the end? Why does that matter? Well, this is 2022 right here. So nice rally. The best rally since 2022. Nice. Oh, wait. That's exactly what I'm highlighting here. Oh, it is. They're talking about March of 2022. Is that a coincidence? Hey, I'll leave that up to you to decide. Right? Phew, or drat. I guess I'll buy again. At least it's cheaper than last time. Ha ha ha. All right. So Bulls have their best winning streak in a row. And in an effort to reduce noise, here is the news that matters. I didn't even read my news at all today. It's caught up on something else in case it didn't know. Trump puts the U.S. on a path to today's terrorists at Pennsylvania factory. Cool. White House calls Amazon hostile after reports is going to put the Trump tariffs on the bill. Amazon says it never planned to do that. Putin wants parts of Russia that he doesn't currently control 4 of those regions for peace. Hey, we'll see what happens. They got Victory Day. And with falling approval ratings, Trump is getting back on the road to promote his agenda after spending most of his time away from voters. So we think the Trump put is real. We think, right? We feel many are still calling for a recession and even lower equities. All right. Right. Okay, cool. What does that mean? And while the tops and bottoms are hard to recognize as they are happening, we often we think the worst is behind us. The word there is think. We think. Okay. Well, isn't that what I just said? I think. Nice. But one candle, let's see what happens. Evidence-based analysis is what I'm aiming for here. All right. So we expect the market narrative will flip-flop between recession and stagflation until tariff turmoil subsides. The Fed starts easing and or inflation pressures fail to build up. Well, isn't that an awful big coincidence? Because tomorrow we got inflation prints just before the end of the month. And as of right now, we are expecting 0.1 on a headline month-over-month number, and then a headline of 2.6. This is nice progress. I already went through why I think Jerome's not going to do anything, but it doesn't mean the market can't act bullish if we get bullish data. So the market can flip-flop until we get inflationary pressure that fails to build up. We'll see what happens. One data point is not a trend, like Jerome Powell would say, or like I would say. Anyways, here's what matters. Here was the key news going back in order. Are we going to war? Right? Stocks fall. Stock faithful slash the S&P targets at the fastest rate since 2020. Now we have the fastest recovery since 2022. First shockwaves hit the world economy, and then right, that first 100-day transcript. Okay, and then lowest approval ratings in 30 years. But it doesn't matter what I think. We focus on levels, and right now we're 4 out of 4. Why? We're above last week's high. All we got to do is hold it until Friday. That's all the notes say. We're now at number 4. All we got to do is hold the line. All right. So in an effort to reduce noise and focus on levels, that's exactly what we're going to do now. We got 6 higher lows and higher highs. Who am I to say that's not bullish? I can't. So we have to look at what else could drive the market. If we're going to get a peaking of euphoria or right, drat, should have bought, let everyone buy into Wednesday close. And then we'll see what happens after the bell and into next month. So what I learned about up here in Canada is that there's the carrot and the stick. And I actually used to work at the CBC, right? I don't even want to make a joke. I'm going to get in trouble here, right? They're going to flag me. But anyways, they taught me that fear actually works better than incentives, right? Fear sells better. So that's what happened. Canadians are fearful of America. Does the rest of the world feel the same way? Because that's why we voted. We're scared. We got to see what happens here. These other guys over here, yes, well, they think and they feel. Well, that's what stupid salmons think before they get to the top of Death Valley. Yes, that's right. We don't yet have a higher high. And yes, that means it requires confirmation. And it might means I might have not picked the bottom. I'm okay with that. I'm not in the business of trying to call tops and bottoms. I'm in the business of trying to capture the easiest part of the trade. So if we now go here to say a weekly chart, this is what I want. If this is the pattern that the bulls think it's going to be in, hey, I'm going to go back to Team Mega Big Up. Why? I want lines to go up. So if this is the curl that turns into a reversal, a line chart shows us that we just got to get above here. We're probably going to hit resistance like on the daily, back off, and then go higher. And then we can go higher until 2028. Talked about that. How the F are we going to get to 650, 750, a million, maybe a billion, maybe 10 billion? We can't get through 614 or the current all-time high. We're not. It's not a trick question. So we think the Trump put is there. We think the Trump put is there for the economy. So equities, the economy. However, this goes back to November of 2024. Trump should be taken seriously, but not literally. Man, that's salmon talk. Why? He doesn't see what happened here. Everyone's getting all high on the 2022 gains. Well, look, it's the war start going back to 1974. And now these guys might make a joke out of him. I just told you, they want 4 regions. There's going to be something that could happen here. So we often talk about how to make a plan. Well, we'll talk about that in 1 second here. So, all right. So R2 is going to come out when? Well, imminently. So it's scheduled for release in May. That's like potentially as early as like any day now, like literally on Thursday. And there's speculation swirling online over their R2 model. Oh my goodness. Is that going to drag down NVIDIA? And NVIDIA is currently pointing down. We're going to have to see what these mega cap earnings are reported with. But if there's a 2-week delay, like we talked about yesterday, what's really important is that we expect the best, we're prepared for the worst, and ready for surprise. It's hard to legitimately prepare for surprises because, right, everyone has a plan until they get punched in the mouth, right? Mike Tyson. So we want to be as prepared as possible and be prepared for what could happen. That's all we can do, right? We're not Nostradamus. We can't predict the future, but we can do this. We can make the decisions today so that our judgment is not clouded for tomorrow. So what do you want to do? Hey, you got 1 day and 9 hours left to take advantage of the end of the world sale. So at least up here in Canada, it is over, right? It is so over. We are so fired. But between now and then, maybe you want to take advantage of our biggest sale ever. One day and 9 hours left. If not, I look forward to seeing you on the next video. Thanks so much.